Hey guys, here with another video showing you how to replace the coolant outlet housing on a 2001 Chrysler Sebring. This will be the same for any 2001 through 2006 Chrysler, pretty much using the 2.7 liter dual overhead cam engine, the V6 engine. As you can see, this one is leaking this white coolant from the housing. It's all dried up now, but it has been leaking, causing the vehicle to overheat. So I went on ahead and bought a new housing. The tools you will need a 8mm 1/4" drive socket with a swivel attachment, a 6" extension for that. You'll need a set of channel locks or pliers to get the bigger radiator hose off. You'll need a flathead screwdriver. Well, I would need a flathead screwdriver because my clamps are not the factory clamps. If you have the factory clamps, you'll be using a set of pliers. You'll also need a 10mm socket, 3/8 drive, and a 6" extension with the ratchet. First thing you will need to do is to drain the radiator or drain the passenger side of the car on the bottom. Yeah, it's pretty easy to spot. It's a little bit difficult to get it off, but it's doable. So you'll want to drain the coolant, which I've already done. Then the next thing you will want to do is to take off these 3 hoses here. This one, and this one. I've already loosened up the clamps, so I'll just pull them off now. And the clamps, the hoses you can just set to the side as you take them off. Okay, so once you have all the hoses off of here, what you want to do next is to take off the connectors that are nearby. This one here, you simply push down right on top of here, and with your thumb, and just remove it. And then same for this red one. Here, you'll want to actually push that red tab up. Just slide it up with your finger, and then you'll squeeze the top of it here to remove it. You can just set the connector to the side. You will notice when you look down at the connector here, or excuse me, the housing, there are 4 bolts that hold it on. There is one here. There's another one that's hard to see, straight right down there. Another one right here in the back, and another one right here under this hose. Excuse me. There it is right there. Those are the 8mm bolts that you'll need to take off. However, you will notice that this back one back here will be a little bit difficult to get to. You will need to not remove the intake manifold, but you need to loosen all of the bolts so that you can raise it up a little bit. Just enough to get the swivel in there. You can see I have mine propped up here by this screwdriver. In order to do that, you will need to remove the, excuse me, how many bolts are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's 8. Another one right there. That one will actually be hiding. There is normally a cover right here that I took off. You'll see there's a cover right here, and there's one 10mm bolt right there that you need to remove in order to get it off. That is the only one that you will be taking out. All of the rest of them here, I'll go ahead and loosen them up now. I've already done them. I'll just loosen them by hand. There's one here, one right here, all of these holes, they all have one little 10mm nut. And so once you've loosened all of those up, all you will want to do is you grab right here on the bottom of the intake manifold and just lift it up and stick. I usually just stick the screwdriver right here. You can just stick it in between the valve cover and this here component. That'll hold up the intake manifold just enough to where you can get your 8mm socket in there to get that bolt off. So let me go ahead and set my camera back down and I will take those off for you. Excuse me, let me get this settled right. There we go. Okay. So the first one I'm going to do is the back one. I'll go ahead and loosen that up and take it off. Here. Another one in the back. And this one here. Let me show you what I did. So this one right here is the one that is more difficult to get to. You can see I loosened up that one there, this one, and then this one and this one right here using the 8mm socket. Once you loosen them all up, you can go ahead and just lift this whole assembly out. There's what it will look like right here. You will want to make sure that you remove these white gaskets right here. These white gaskets need to come off this one here because your new housing will have these gaskets on there. So you'll make sure you remove these. You can clean up this area with brake cleaner or any kind of cleaner like that, just to spray off this extra residue if yours has gotten this bad. And then you'll go ahead and set down the new housing on top. So we take these off here. Go ahead and grab the new one. Show you what that looks like versus the old one. This is the new one. This is the old one. This one comes with the new sensor and also comes with the two white gaskets in the bottom. stuff on here. Most of the stuff you can just wipe off with your hand since it's very loosely on there anyway. Go ahead and set the new one on. Just like so. Go ahead and tighten these back up here. You do not have to tighten these very tight at all. It is going into aluminum, so just be careful and be mindful of that. Actually, before you do that, you should go ahead and drop down the intake manifold. You can do that just by pulling your screwdriver back out and letting the intake manifold go back down to its original position it was in. Then what you will want to do at this point, once you drop the intake manifold back down, is to go on ahead and tighten up all of the 10mm nuts that are holding the intake manifold down. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Lastly, don't forget about the one you did pull out that goes right here. Go ahead and tighten that one up. Once you get that tightened up, you can go ahead and put your cover back on that goes right here and put the 10mm back. After that is done, set my camera back down. Guys, I apologize for me having to keep moving my camera around. I'm really trying to get that sorted out, so please bear with me. Okay, you've already tightened this back on. Now you can go ahead and reconnect your connectors. Remember, the red one here goes right here on the new sensor. You can see here, and I'm glad this is like this, you can see that this connector is actually facing the wrong direction. That is just due to where this sensor is screwed into. So I'm actually going to pull this back off and spin the sensor around so that there is no interference between the connector and this black piece here. I'm not going to do that now, but in case yours does the same thing, you can just go ahead and spin the sensor around here in order to get the clearance that you need. Go ahead and attach all the hoses back. And there you have it. All right, that is the, well, not the completed job, but that is the job in its entirety. Just make sure you tighten everything back up. Go ahead and fill it up with coolant, bleed it, and be happy that you got a new coolant housing on there. If you guys have any questions or comments or would like to see any other videos, please again just leave those in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that like button, and also go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. I hope that this helps you guys, and again I apologize for the camera having to be moved around so much, but this is just what I'm working with right now. So in the future I will definitely get on to a more stable setup to where I don't have to move the camera as much. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would hit the subscribe button, and you guys have a good day. Thank you.